Good evening to one and all present here. It is our pleasure to welcome you all to the presentation on impact of COVID-19 on e-commerce sector. Now, I will introduce my team members with Abby, Akansha, Ayushi, Jayant, Swapnil, Shivanjali, Ajay, Shreyash, and Neha. First is introduction. The year 2020 is marked with rapid changes taking place overnight, and nothing is spared by global hit pandemic of COVID-19 that has spread almost all over the world. It is seen that the impact of COVID-19 is quite evident on e-commerce, where some of the sectors are earning huge profit because of the sale offers and the healthcare facility provided by the e-commerce sector to its customer. Then comes executive summary. Impact of COVID-19 on one hand is experiencing boom in the production and also earning unimaginable profit, while on the other hand they are facing a lot of problems that are tax imposition, and apart from this e-commerce is facing many problems like delay in delivery and process of shipping because of the restriction on vehicles. Moreover, there is a burden on food industry of e-commerce to handle the outnumbered influxes of customers. But with this all problem, e-commerce are trying to fix up all these problems by implementing their strategy plans to run successfully in this pandemic. Now, my friends will explain you these companies named Swiggy, Zomato, Amazon, Walmart, Geomart, Zoom, Arogya Setu, Big Basket, and Grofers are working in this pandemic. Our next slide will be explained by Neha.
Thank you, Ashita. In today's era, ordering food online is quite convenient and affordable, and most of the people in India are doing it every day. We all can see the red orange shirts in almost every street of the corner, and they all seem to be in a rush to reach their destination. However, Swiggy and Zomato have now become synonymous with food delivery, and yet uh, it seems as if both the startups have their very own different ideas on how they plan to conquer the world. As I talk about Swiggy, and as an online platform, it is entirely dedicated to improve the process and experience of food orders and delivery. Since its inception, Swiggy has rapidly grown to become a leader in the Indian food delivery sector by consistently shrinking delivery timelines and improving the customer experience. From the time of its inspection, Swiggy has raised a large sum of money, which more than proves Swiggy's worth as a food ordering platform. Starting from the discovery of visual menus, massive reduction in delivery time, and no minimum orders required, Swiggy became the highest used online platform in the world. But unfortunately, COVID hit Swiggy with a huge blow of uncertainty, forcing it to look even harder at the cost of base and preparedness for the road ahead. While COVID might have long-term tailwinds for the delivery business and digital e-commerce, when things settle eventually, nobody's certain about how long the uncertainty will last. In spite of the negative impact on core business, Swiggy wants to continue to invest in the grocery verticals and other service offerings that the team anticipate will do well in the long run. Going forward, Swiggy will identify and significantly reduce every single indirect cost like hubs and office infrastructure. Now, my friend Akansha will explain the topic of Zomato and their after COVID impact.
Thank you, Neha. So, talking about Zomato, Zomato has always been step ahead of its competitors. No matter what the situation is, Zomato believes that the customers are the driving force that keeps Zomato going. Zomato believes that customers are their first priority and it is their duty to satisfy them. Zomato also thinks that as a part of the society, there are some duty that has to be fulfilled and it does everything that is possible to support their community, customers, delivery partners, restaurant partners, etc. As per our primary research, we found out that 60% of the people prefer ordering from Zomato rather than any other delivery website. The impact of COVID on the food industry was quite harsh at first, since the food industry faced a lot of decline in share prices, but after Zomato and Swiggy came up, with implementing norms and precautions like face masks, contactless delivery, etc., which has helped them quite well to regain the credibility. However, people often now don't order as frequent as they used to, but Zomato and Swiggy are assured that as time goes, there will be a fast pace in the industry again. Further, the slide would be explained by Shreyash.
Thank you, Akanksha. Now I'm going to explain Amazon's marketing strategy amid COVID-19. Amazon, which is an e-commerce giant, faced lots of ups and downs during this pandemic. That is why they made few changes in marketing. Like Amazon Prime Day is a huge revenue booster for Amazon, which usually happens in mid of June. But this year they postponed it somewhere in August. It gives economy a chance to improve and give you consumers a chance to feel more comfortable spending their income. As more and more people started working from home, but working in presence of kids is somewhat difficult. So parents tried to make their children busy by giving them various toys, and various people started focusing on stuff like doing in spare time, like hobbies. This created a demand for toys, hobbies related stuff, as well as people started spending more and more time on entertainment, like on Amazon Prime Video, Audible, etc. Amazon started new unattended delivery option to avoid coming in contact with a delivery agent, as pandemic situation is very crucial. Demand for health and safety products were huge, and sales for online demand were comparatively less. Therefore, Amazon created a program offering organization with important urgent needs like hospital, senior living facilities, and started delivering critical products to fight the pandemic at cost. That's it from my side. Next, Abby will explain.
Thank you, Shreyas. Next is the impact of COVID-19 on e-commerce sales of Walmart. Largely due to online grocery orders, Walmart's e-commerce sales increased by 74% last quarter, revealing an area where Walmart has ample room to compete with Amazon. After seeing around 25% year-over-year sales growth for US e-commerce in 2018 and just over 40% in 2019, Walmart has seen 74% year-over-year growth so far in 2020. Walmart has seen 4 times as many new customers trying their pickup or delivery services, many of whom are becoming repeat customers. To compete with Amazon during the pandemic, Walmart plans to launch Walmart Plus, a Prime-like service priced at $98 per year. Perks will include same-day delivery and grocery delivery, something that sets Walmart apart from Amazon. With the arrival of coronavirus, e-commerce has been expanding rapidly. US online sales grew 76% in June, reaching $73.2 million last month. As an essential business selling high demand products like toilet paper, surface cleaners, and groceries during the pandemic, Walmart has continuously seen increases in spend both offline and online. Walmart surpassed eBay in US e-commerce sales to rank to second to Amazon. Amazon remains in the top spot by a wide margin, 38.7% compared to Walmart's 5.3%. Further, this slide will be explained by my friend Ajay.
Thank you so much, Abby. That severely impacted the world's economy. But as the world economy is going down, some sectors are growing exponentially, like online shopping industry, video conferencing industry, etc. Because at the time of lockdown, people are shifting towards online ways for shopping necessary products and to connect with people, such as the video conferencing giant Zoom. Zoom has now become a household name in recent months as millions of people staying at home have turned to video conferencing for their work and to connect with people. COVID-19 has positively impacted Zoom as the demand for video conferencing has increased. In the lockdown, Zoom's subscriber base has increased and therefore its earning has also increased. Many organizations are using paid versions of Zoom so that they can get many extra benefits from Zoom. The company has established its quarter 1 results, which shows an increase in their income. At the time of economic crisis, Zoom revenue has increased as people in home are using Zoom for their work and to connect with their family and friends. Now the further slide will be explained to you by Swapnil. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajay. Impact of COVID-19 on JioMart and Arogya Setu app. JioMart app is an Indian online grocery delivery service started as a joint venture between Reliance Retail and Jio platform. Basically, JioMart have made tie-up with local retailers. The facts about JioMart. JioMart website was launched in 2019. In COVID-19 situation, it was found that people usually prefer to buy on website rather than going to shop, and also they prefer to buy on an app rather than on in a website. So Reliance saw the opportunity and launched the JioMart app in April 2020. After 2 days of the launch, JioMart app crossed 10,000 download and became one of the top 3 shopping class app. So here's how JioMart app works. The first we have to select a product, then we have to order that product. Then the JioMart app will automatically assign a nearby store for us. Then the invoice will be sent to us on our WhatsApp. After that, we have to make the payment. The payment can be done by any order, any choice. Cash on delivery is also available. And after the payment is done, the order will be delivered to our address. So the next is Arogya Setu app. Arogya Setu app is Arogya Setu app is an app that tracks COVID-19 cases around the user. The facts about Arogya Setu app is Arogya Setu app was launched by the Government of India on 2nd April 2020 to spread awareness of COVID-19. This app basically uses GPS and Bluetooth features to track people. After 3 days of launch, Arogya Setu app crossed 5 million downloads and became the most used app in India. There are 5 sections in Arogya Setu app. First, the user status. Second, the self-assess. Third, the COVID-19 updates. Fourth is e-pass integration, where we can apply for e-pass. And fifth is recent contact, where we can see with whom we made the recent contacts. So it was found that the COVID-19 had a positive impact on JioMart and Arogya Setu app. So that's all from my side. Next slide will be explained by Jayant.
Thank you, Swapnil. Let us now discuss about the grocery industry. Big Basket was one such company that was the key player in opening up of the grocery industry in India, particularly in the e-commerce sector. It was founded in 2011 by V.S. Sudhakar, Hari Menon, Vipul Parekh, Abhinay Chaudhary, and V.S. Ramesh. It is headquartered in Bangalore, and it was backed by the investment giants such as Alibaba Group and CDC Group. Besides being a new entrant in market, it has gained a significant amount of popularity on its arrival into market. It has spent huge amount of money in logistics and supply chain management also, due to which it has able to expand its services in 25 major cities of India, where the urban population is said to be more existent and who has having the best quality services in across India. It is also known as one of the first e-commerce company in India that has changed the way grocery industry used to function before the advent of e-commerce. Now let us discuss about the after COVID-19 impact on Big Basket. Before COVID-19, Big Basket has 6.1 million active users in its website and also managed to deliver 2 lakh orders per day. But after the COVID-19, due to the supply chain management disruptions, it has able to deliver only 23,000 deliveries on its first day. It has managed to cancel lakhs of orders in the past 5 to 6 months because it has got the operational capacity of only 10% of its workforce and was not able to deliver the orders due to the high traffic. It has quickly adapted to the COVID-19 crisis, and it has innovated its payment system. It has recruited the required number of workforce, and it started delivering again. And it has followed all the safety measures that has been suggested by the Government of India and World Health Organization. After the COVID-19 crisis, after the unlocking of the lockdown, Big Basket regained its market share, and it was able to deliver 50,000 deliveries on its normal day with the operational capacity of only 50%. Further, Ayushi will continue with Grofers.
Thank you, Jayant. So just like Big Basket, Grofers' journey in COVID has been quite similar. Grofers is an online grocery marketplace that acts as a bridge between end users and local stores. Grofers was founded in December 2013 by Saurabh Kumar and Albinder Dhinsa. The company is based out of Gurugram and currently it operates in 27 major cities. Before COVID, grocers faced a tough competition from the giant Big Basket and other companies, but it somehow managed to survive with fundings from giants such as SoftBank, Tiger Global, Abu Dhabi Capital Group, etc. It extensively worked upon the expansion by acquisitions of companies such as Townrush and My Green Box, thereby placing itself in the industry as a rival to Big Basket. Though it is a late entrant in the market, grocers didn't enjoy any significant advantage or disadvantage because by the time it entered into the market, grocery industry in e-commerce market had a very little presence. With the companies such as Big Basket spending vigorously on the advertisement and promotional strategies, grocers worked on acquisitions and on logistics, delivery systems. Before COVID-19, grocers positioned itself in the industry with a significant market share and also started increasing its revenues. And with the advent of COVID, it started gaining momentum in its orders despite initial hindrance in adaptability. Now let's see how well has Grofert survived after COVID. With the dangerous virus out in the air ready to attack us all, consumers very smartly switched from the local markets to their mobile screens. Grofert started seeing almost 1.2 to 1.3 million daily active users on its app despite no available delivery slots. Grofert has tried to solve its manpower shortage in a slightly different way. The company has begun giving on-ground staff their share of essential goods at the end of the day apart from the regular pay, providing an added incentive to the workforce. The warehouses are operational with 60% warehouse staff, and in order to meet the massive surge in demand, Grofers hired an additional 2,000 temporary warehouse and delivery staff across the country. It also hired 5,000 employees to ramp up its capacity to meet the spike in orders in the month of July. The company has also partnered with residents' welfare associations of over 100 societies across metros to make essentials available to a larger number of people amid the 21-day lockdown that was imposed to contain the spread of COVID-19. It also adapted various safety measures taken to ensure the best quality services to the customers through various promotional activities. Hereafter, Shivanjali will explain the slide.
Thank you, Ayushi. So here we would like to present the findings of the report. Next slide, Harshita. So our group would like to do the findings of the report. These are: food industry. People prefer buying from the online food delivery services like Zomato, Swiggy. From these services, they would ignore the dine-in the restaurants, and they would the food would be available in home only. In grocery industry, people prefer grocery shopping from different apps like JioMart, Grofers, and Big Basket. It would prevent them from from going out and being in the direct contact of COVID. From the marketing industry, different digital platforms were made to show the customers how COVID-19 is spreading, and to spread the awareness in the customers how they should prevent COVID-19 from spreading. As we all know, the IT sector is the backbone of the digital life. IT sector also provided many services in this pandemic situation. A recent survey done by the IT industry told us that apps are preferred more than websites. So many apps were made. As we all know that companies have moved on to work from home, so many apps were made like Google Meet and Zoom to fulfill their needs. So me and my team would like to conclude that, next slide, the shift of groundwork was there, and the work was done on web. all the companies and all people were doing their work by following upload trend. They followed upload trend by enhancing and uploading their data on cloud and other systems. All the IT companies and all other companies make compatible apps to run and to meet their various customers. Need of good internet connection and load of communication networks was high on this on IT sector, and to meet the local vendors and sellers, the different companies also collaborated with local sellers. For example, Grofers, Geomart, Amazon Pantry, and all. So, me and my team would like to conclude that e-commerce sector has adapted and has changed changed their services through the situations, and the pandemic has proven that they can adopt with the situations. So, me and my team would like to sign off. Thank you.